My goals with Crohn's, to not have it.
You get overwhelmed and you're not seeing stories of hope and perseverance. You're seeing stories of people suffering and dying. And
financially, it's devastated me.
We get so excited about science and progress, and we don't think about what we already have and what's essential.
let's just take the facts in. Most people do not overcome their Crohn's or colitis.
Why do I have to always be somebody that has Crohn's just because they say, you've been diagnosed? No, and it's incurable.
I do not think it's right to tell people that a disease is incurable. But changing your lifestyle and changing your diet and changing some things you do, it's definitely rewarding in the future, and I can say I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire life. But it wasn't easy.
Received a package in the mail that contained hookworm larvae, and I infected myself with them.
My health increases, self-defeating thought processes have been deleted.
The chances of getting blue skin from colloidal silver are so slim, but when you research it, it's all you see.
I don't have the joint pain that used to suffer with Crohn's disease. I used to have strictures.
At my own goal, my own vision, I take control, take a hold of my life, hold it tight like a knife, slit the jugular of motherfuckers who try to struggle against me, prevent me from execution. I ring the world full of my pollution, turn the noise up.
And if everybody actually voiced their opinion and said, hey, you know what, we want to change, we want that cure, and I think that's important. And if everybody thinks they're too small to make a change, well, that's the first mistake, because I guess you'd say as a group or as a combined effort, we're not small. We definitely dominate. We could change the system.
You feel this, you feel me, you hear this, you'll heal when you hear a man at the top of his game, unstoppable, running like a freight train. Are you afraid of brains that perceive the invisible systems that imprison individuals? You say they're invincible, I say that's inconceivable. I will make them perceptible and defeatable.
Hi, my name is Reed Brian Kimball, and I'm the director of Wanted Crohn's End. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this Kickstarter project and the trailer that you just saw. Right now, I would like to read you a story, and please keep in mind that this story, although it may sound rare and abnormal, it's not. It's actually very common. It reads, I started having loose stools starting around October 4th. 2010. I didn't think much of it, and so I didn't tell anyone until I started to have blood in my stools about 3 weeks in. I went to my doctor, who sent me home with no answers. I got worse and went to the emergency room, and they sent me home with an antibiotic and iron pills, but still no answers. 2 days later, I broke out into a fever and went into the ER. They admitted me, and I had a colonoscopy the next day. I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. They gave me prednisone and basically told me I had only 2 choices left since the prednisone was not working well enough: Remicade or surgery to remove my colon. I am only 17, so I don't want to do either. I had heard that there were diets that you could try, but when I asked my doctor, he said food had nothing to do with it. I've been in the hospital for 16 days, and I will be basically checking myself out tomorrow and trying this diet thing. So I read this story to you to tell you that this is not rare. It's very common. People with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or even irritable bowel syndrome, they go to their doctors and they either don't get any options at all and they're stuck and they're left to get even more sick, or the options that they're given are so limited, and the options really are not that great because they suppress the immune system, they leave people open to fatal infections or liver failure, liver damage, and with surgery, in cases of Crohn's disease, 65% of the people that have surgery will have surgery again in 5 to 7 years, or in ulcerative colitis, when they completely remove the colon, they have to take B12 injections because B12 is important and it's absorbed in the colon. They have to take injections of vitamin B12 for the rest of their lives. their stools will never be solid for the rest of their lives, and they'll be going to the bathroom 10, 12 times a day at least for the rest of their lives. But there are other options, and it's an alternative medicine, and that's diet and other kinds of supplements that, what they do is they help repair the body. And so when the body is repaired, it can heal from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or irritable bowel syndrome. And these people, they can get their lives back, and they can go on to doing the things that they've always dreamed of doing. And when I see stories like this, and I see it all too often, it really, really makes me angry. It enrages me that doctors are not giving patients their full options, because when they give them the option of drugs and surgery, they're denying a person the ability to heal and to overcome their lives. And that is just, it's complete BS. It should never ever happen. It's not right. So that's why it's so important that this documentary, by December 8th, midnight, is fully funded, $10,550. Otherwise, we'll get absolutely zero of the money. And so, we're trying to do something in this cause to really help people, to make them aware of all of their options, and to help them regain control of their health and regain control of their lives. And I know it's possible. I'm living proof of it. I have Crohn's disease. I've used diet and supplements for years. I don't take medication, never had surgery. There's thousands of people all over the world like this, with Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis. They're healing themselves, and yet these are supposedly incurable diseases. So something's not right. It's got to change. And it starts with, a documentary. It starts with educating people, spreading the word. It starts with you spreading the word and helping. And I know that if you pledge any amount, you're going to feel absolutely wonderful knowing that you're helping this cause, and that eventually one day when this documentary is released, millions of people all over the world are going to be helped, and they're going to get their lives back. So thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.